What if humanity never had music ever? No songs, no instruments, no background music anywhere. Sounds peaceful, right?
Everything feels oddly silent.
It's too quiet.
Where is everyone? This isn't right.
Actually, it would be very strange. Because music isn't just entertainment. It's deeply wired into the human brain. Case study #1 Emotions. Music triggers dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical. That's why your favorite song can instantly boost your mood. Without music, breakups would be quieter. Workouts would be way less dramatic. Even parties might feel awkward. Case study #2 Culture and Rituals. Music appears in almost every culture on Earth. Celebrations, religious ceremonies, national anthems. Imagine a wedding with no music, no first dance, no emotional moment. Just the people staring politely. Case study #3 Movies and Games. Now imagine your favorite movie scene. The hero arrives. The tension builds. Without music, it feels completely different. Film composers shape how we feel during a story. Take the soundtrack away and the emotion disappears. And here's the funny twist. Humans love rhythm so much, even without music we'd probably invent something similar. Clapping, drumming on tables, beating rhythms on anything nearby. Because rhythm lives inside us. Which means music might not just be entertainment. It might be something humans were always meant to create. So the real question isn't, what if humans never had music? It's this. Could humans even become human? What if Stephen Hawking never existed? No famous voice explaining the universe. No best-selling books about time. No scientist in a wheelchair becoming a global icon. So what changes? Let's rewind the universe a bit. Case study #1 Black holes. Before Hawking, black holes were seen as cosmic traps. Nothing escapes, end of story. Then came a radical idea. Black holes might slowly leak energy. Hawking radiation. Without him, other physicists were close, but this breakthrough might have taken longer to click. And that idea changed how we think about the universe. That even the darkest objects aren't completely silent. Case study #2 Science Communication. Hawking didn't just do science. He explained it to millions. Complex ideas, simple words. Without that, cosmology might stay more locked in academia. Fewer people asking big questions about time, space, and existence. Case study #3 Inspiration. Hawking showed the world something powerful. That physical limitations don't limit intellectual impact. He became a symbol not of struggle, but of possibility. Without that example, maybe fewer people feel seen in science. Maybe fewer people believe they belong there. And here's the ironic twist. The universe would still work exactly the same. Black holes wouldn't care. Physics wouldn't change. But our understanding of it, our curiosity, our inspiration, that could be very different. Because sometimes one person doesn't change the universe. They change how millions of people see it. So the real question is important. If Stephen Hawking never existed, how many minds might never have looked up and wondered what's out there? What if Thomas Edison never existed? No light bulb moment. No famous inventor working through the night. So would we still be in the dark? Not exactly. Let's rewind the timeline. Electricity already existed. Scientists were experimenting with light. Edison didn't invent the first light bulb. He made it practical. Case study #1 Light in cities. Before widespread electric light, cities relied on gas lamps. Edison helped create systems to power entire neighborhoods. Without him, electric lighting still happens, but maybe slower. Nights stayed darker a little longer. Late night productivity slightly delayed. Case study #2 Recorded sound. Edison also worked on the phonograph. The idea that you could record and replay sound was revolutionary. Without it, music still exists. But your favorite song? You can't replay it instantly. Streaming, playlists? Those ideas arrive later. Case study #3 The innovation system. Edison didn't just invent things. He built one of the first industrial research labs. A place where teams worked, tested, improved ideas together. That model shaped how modern tech companies operate today. Without it, innovation might stay more individual, less organized, and progress could feel more scattered. But here's the twist. History is full of inventors working on similar ideas at the same time. If Edison never existed, someone else likely builds the light system. Someone else improves sound recording. Because invention isn't always about one person. It's about timing. opportunity, and persistence. So would the world look completely different? Probably not. But it might have taken longer to switch the lights on. And maybe that's the real lesson. History isn't just about who invents something. It's about who makes the world ready to use it. What if physics just stopped existing? No gravity. No rules. No cause and effect. Sounds fun? Give it 5 seconds. Let's break reality. Case study #1 No gravity. You wake up and immediately float off your bed. Your coffee? It doesn't pour. It just becomes a floating brown cloud. Walking? Impossible. Sitting? Optional. Everything just drifts. Case study #2 No cause and effect. Now things get weird. You drop your phone, and maybe it falls, or explodes, or turns into a banana. Because without physics, there's no rule that says what happens next. Press a button. No guarantee anything happens. Technology instantly becomes useless. Case study #3 Time goes crazy. Now imagine time itself stops behaving. You blink, and suddenly it's tomorrow, or yesterday, or both at once. Cause and effect disappear completely. You could eat breakfast after dinner before you're born. And here's the mind-breaking part. Without physics, atoms wouldn't hold together. Matter wouldn't exist. You wouldn't exist. There would be no things, no events now, not even a stable now. Reality wouldn't just be weird. It would be impossible. Because physics isn't just a subject in school. It's the rulebook that allows anything to exist at all. So the real question is, if there are no laws of physics, can we even call it a universe? Or just a nothing trying to happen? What if Isaac Newton never existed? No famous Apple story. No laws of motion. No clear explanation of gravity, at least not yet. So would things just afloat? Not exactly. Gravity would still exist. Planets would still orbit. Apples would still fall. We just wouldn't understand why as early. Case study #1 Gravity. Newton didn't create gravity. He explained it. He showed that the same for spooling an apple down keeps the moon in orbit. Without that idea, science moves slower. Space exploration gets delayed. Because before you launch rockets, you need to understand what's pulling them back. Case study #2 Motion in everyday life. Newton's laws explain how things move. Why your car stops when you hit the brakes. Why a ball keeps rolling. Without those laws, engineers still build machines, but with more trial and error. Think more guessing, less precision. Case study #3 Calculus. Newton helped develop calculus, the math of change. It's used in engineering, physics, even computer graphics. Without it, bridges, airplanes, and technology still happen, but more slowly. And here's the twist. Newton wasn't alone. Other thinkers like Leibniz were working on similar ideas. So eventually, someone else would connect the dots. Because when knowledge reaches a certain point, discoveries start becoming inevitable. But timing matters. Without Newton, the scientific revolution might have taken longer to accelerate. So the world wouldn't be completely different, just slightly delayed. Because sometimes one person doesn't change reality. They change how fast we understand it. What would Earth look like if humans never existed? No cities. No roads. No lights at night. Just a nature everywhere. Let's rewind Earth without us. Case study #1 Cities that never happened. No skyscrapers, no concrete. Forests would cover huge areas. Rivers would flow freely. No dams, no highways. Places like New York City or Tokyo, they'd just be wilderness. Nature doesn't need permission. It fills every empty space. Case study #The Climate and Environment. No factories. No cars. No large-scale pollution. The atmosphere would likely have lower levels. Climate patterns? More stable? No climate change debates, because there's no one to debate. Case study #3 Wildlife takes over. Without humans, many species would thrive. Large predators would roam wider territories. Oceans were full of life. And here's the funny part. Animals might casually occupy places we think of as ours. No humans means no human spaces. Everything belongs to nature again. But here's the twist. Humans didn't just take from Earth. We also changed it in unique ways. Farming, cities, technology. Without us, no art, no music, no science. A more balanced planet, but also a silent one. Because Earth doesn't need humans to survive. but humans might be the only ones who can and look at Earth and wonder how beautiful it is. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe for more what if videos.